Hello, welcome back to the channel. This message is for Sagittarius. This is the August mid-month reading. Remember, this is a general message, so it may not resonate for all of you. If it does not resonate with you, please check your other signs and placements. I have started the reading today with the Native Spirit Oracle, which is here, and the Healing Waters Oracle, which is here. Now, immediately what I'm seeing is that Sag, you guys are going through a transformation. There is some ancient wisdom that could possibly be coming to you at this time. Now, almost every sign, there's been a few that haven't had this, but medicine bag has been coming out quite a bit in the readings. And the medicine bag talks about protection, protecting your energy, taking a step back from certain areas of your life so you can be the observer, okay? When we talk about the medicine bag, it's also about gathering your resources and being discerning. Now, choose wisely who you let into your life, who sees you shine. It's using discernment at this time. Don't make hasty decisions, and if it doesn't feel right, don't do it, because this protection is there for you so you can really hone in on your potential and the capacity for growth, right? That's what's being built in you at this time. The first card we have is Spirit of Fire, which talks about a trial by fire. Every time I pull this card, it's like a trial by fire or the Phoenix energy. So it's transformation, rising like the Phoenix. We have Flowing River, which is obviously going with the flow, right? Wherever the road takes you or the water takes you. Then we have Nature Spirits. Now, Spirit of Fire talks about transformation and taking risks, facing your fears, breaking out of old patterns and conventions. Just because you've always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. Try something new. Change your routines and your habits. Reach out in new directions. The Thunderbird is rising in you. Out of the ashes comes new growth and new beginnings. That Phoenix energy. Then Flowing River. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. It's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster and you aren't swimming against it. Let go of the shore and enjoy the ride. So it's possibly you could be going through this phase where you're finally stepping into a flow. You could have been resisting change in the past. But there could have been some sort of trial, right, that you went through recently that really went through this. You went through like this death of maybe an ego death or something that, was causing you pain or harm in the past, and you're really ready to let it go. And so you're stepping into this flow, which brings you this abundance, which is this Nature Spirits. Now, Nature Spirits talks about joy and delight and peaks of carefree abandon, living wildly, magically, and free, being open to the wonders of the universe flooding into your life. Innocence and delight are abounding, and happiness is on its way. So it's protecting yourself at this time, right? You are protected at this time to step out into a new way of being, a new way of living. Whether it's trying something new or completely changing your routine, whether it's one small thing or everything, there is this flow and ease that is going to take over your life at this time and bring you into this abundant and joyful place. Now we're going to pull cards on top of these so I can go a little deeper with them. Ooh, the Tower. Six of Coins. Wow. Actually, that is quite beautiful. Now, towers are not always bad, right? Towers are usually a good thing. It's actually the Death and the Tower card are my favorite cards in the tarot. The Tower is sudden, abrupt change. And then the Six of Coins talks about an equal give and take. Now, you could be receiving something. See how this letter is being passed from hand to hand. You could be receiving something. It could be a contract, a letter, a text message, a private message, whatever this is for you. The Tower usually talks about a fall from grace, or how things weren't as they seemed. And you could have been waiting. I mean, this does have pentacles, right? So you could have been waiting for some sort of money or check or business agreement or a promotion or something, because something wasn't balanced for you. So now that Tower is going to fall so we can lay a better foundation for your future. And if you've been in this transformational state, right, this is what's coming. Now, we have the Five of Wands here. Now, it usually talks about practicing, okay? But the Five of Wands can be seen as chaos. But I'm seeing it as there's a change coming for you. I'm also hearing power struggles. Now, there could have been some power struggles, whether it's with you in your work or with you and someone else close to you. It's like there's now going to be this equal give and take, or something's going to be spoken about, or there's going to be reciprocation, possibly because there was none in the past. And that's what was causing like this chaotic energy, right? And that could have just been your own energy as well. It doesn't always have to be with another person. Flowing river. Chariot, look at that. So much movement, right? With the flow and the Chariot. The more you're in the flow, the more movement that can happen. If you are trying to swim upstream, we all know how difficult that is, right? It feels heavy and weighted, and it makes your legs tired. And so when you're in the flow of things, the ease of the movement is profound. Instead of going against the current. Six of Swords, more movement. Yeah. It's like moving away from all of this pain or chaos or constant Tower moments or constant non-reciprocation or whatever the heck the word is there. But you're moving away from it and you're flowing quickly with things. You're going to this abundant space very quickly. The Six of Swords talks about moving to calmer shores, and the Chariot talks about movement. We have the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups can talk about apathy. It can talk about seeing or not seeing something, not seeing an offer of some sort. And it can also talk about the emotional state, right? In this picture, there is an eye in the center. The eye of the storm, okay, is what I heard. And then there's tears coming down here. So some sort of loss or pain or apathy or not seeing things clearly. It's like you're moving through that, moving on from it. But it's like with this protection here, it's like you're in the eye of the storm. Like you're moving through it with ease. Nature spirit. Four of Coins. You could have been holding something back, holding something close to your chest, or holding on to money also. It's almost like holding tightly, maybe to an outcome. Queen of Swords. I think honestly you've just been holding back, whether it's how you feel, things you need to say, limiting yourself possibly, maybe in the mind, like self-limiting beliefs, but really just holding back. And I don't think you're going to be doing that any longer. I think you're going to be communicating what it is that you need to communicate. And with nature spirits behind this, it's like you're in this space of clarity and abundance and joy, and you're ready to let go and cut out this part of you, or this piece that has been held back for so long. The Nine of Coins. You're getting yourself to this place of feeling quite abundant, quite balanced. This is some sort of victory for you. It could be that you're just, maybe you've come into, like you've been saving money. Maybe that's what this is, right? You've been saving money and you finally are at this position where you're like, okay, I have saved this much and I'm ready to take action on something. You could have been feeling like you were in this lack because there was no reciprocation in a certain area. And now you're at this position where you're ready to move forward, or you're ready to step out into the light, into this abundant period. It's like you're really, like the way that she has that sword ready to go, right? And there's a snake on her arm in this tattoo. There's also a snake around these coins on the edges here. So it's like there was something that was bound, is what I'm hearing, bound. But how it goes from being wrapped around these coins to being wrapped around her arm, that's like you have control of it now. All right, and then we move down here. On the bottom of the deck here is Birth Mysteries. It says, what are you being called to create? That's what we have on the bottom of the deck. And then whatever you're being called to create is being protected at this time. We have water codes. Ancient wisdom, the intelligence within you. We have gentle force. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. We also have the mist. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. Now, birth mysteries. You're a creative being living in a creative world. This is a planet of creativity and manifestation. Creativity is your natural state. What are you being called to create? Creativity isn't only for certain people, it's within us all. What would you like to create? Don't squeeze the hose. Loosen your grip and call the intelligent waters to flow through your every step of the way. Then follow it up with consistent action. Embodied creativity happens when we have a vision and act on that vision. Every idea in the world is pointless without the consistent action. Stay true to what you're being called to create and show up to it day after day after day. And it's interesting because we have this earth mysteries here, like calling to create, and then we have the persistence card here. This is the key. So maybe back here, maybe this was a job, right, or a career that you had, and it wasn't giving you what you deserved. So you're moving on, even if it may feel a little bit painful. It could possibly be that it was stable-ish, right? It's more stable than if you were to go out and be an entrepreneur and start something from scratch. But I think that there's something that's calling you to do this, right? And it may be terrifying, but you're not holding back any longer. There's something, it's just calling. It's like this deep soul calling that's happening. Now, water codes. What if we could remember the lost wisdom of our ancient ancestors, learn from their mistakes, and reconnect to those wise ones who lived in deep reverence of the waters and the earth? What if, through working with water, we could bring about healing on this planet? You're an ancestor of times yet to come, called to reconnect with the wisdom of nature and the waters and be guided accordingly. You're a visionary of these times. Connect to the intelligence of the waters and lead. I'm ready to unlock the lost wisdom within the waters of the world. I'm ready to unlock the lost wisdom within the waters of myself. I'm ready to remember and to be led. So it could be at this time that you are getting downloads or accessing the Akashic records or having deep, profound wake-up calls or dreams even, right? Where you're gaining this ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge so you can pass it on to other generations, to other people. Or maybe this is what you'd like to birth, right? Or you'd like to remember what your soul purpose is, or remember why you're here. Then we have gentle force. So many people give up before they begin to see results. But deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting. We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. We're all beginners of something. The great masters, musicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions. Throw yourself into what you most long to create. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps taken consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action, in a week or a decade from now, you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is the key. Be like the drop of water on the hagstone. Play the long game. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. How can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create? Now it's interesting. It's interesting because the key was in here, right? And that's what I wanted to say. This is the key for this. So whatever this vision you have, this dream, this soul calling, this heart song that is calling to you, whatever this is, it's time to go for it. It really is. It's time for you to step into that passion, but every day consistently. And don't overwork yourself, don't overdo it, right? Because that's not in the flow of things. That also creates resistance. Because your body needs time to adjust, your emotions, your mind, everything needs time to adjust. But it's like Spirit is giving you the knowledge to go forward, to, it's like you're given the access. And it's like, okay, so now I'm feeling this and I'm no longer holding back. I'm no longer letting myself be stuck here. And I'm ready to move forward. And we have the mist. Mist and fog form when it's extremely humid and water vapor condenses to form droplets that hang in the air. When mist or fog set in, it's as if everything's hanging in a state of mystery. When we're walking in mist, we make sure we're facing the right way. Slow down and enter a state of trust. Following our intuition is similar to that. While you may not know every step along the way or the exact destination, you're called to trust your inner compass, to trust that the path will appear before you and for you. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, following the yellow brick road, we're all being led home to ourselves and our soul's path. It just requires us to consistently trust the guidance system within. What is your intuition calling you to do right now? Wow, Saggies, I feel like you guys are answering a call, and you may not even know where it's headed or where it's leading, right? But there's something there that is pulling, drawing you in. All right, let's see what we have for ancient water codes. What do we have for water codes? Magician. Wow. Yeah, you're cultivating something new. You're in the Empress. So you have all of the tools you need to become this version of yourself, this Empress version of yourself, which is the abundant. And it also, this definitely goes with the Empress here, because the Empress is usually pregnant, which represents a birth of new things. So you're creating something or manifesting something that's going to be abundant and successful, especially if you're doing this consistent action and having that patience. And mastering your skills, right? This is all, the Eight of Coins is about mastery. Maybe you're having ideas that are coming into your life, but you're not exactly putting the effort behind them. I think that's going to be changing here. Gentle force. Two of Swords, which talks about indecision or a blockage. Ace of Cups. There could possibly be a blockage in what it is that is fulfilling for you. What is it that overflows my cup, that fills my cup to the brim, right? What is it? I don't even know. And the Seven of Coins. So in this, right, the Seven of Coins actually talks about reaping what you've sown. It's like the karma card. It is harvesting your seeds that you have already planted. It also talks about time and waiting, okay? What I'm seeing here, though, is it's time to choose. Whether you choose one thing and it fails and you choose another, it's easier to just choose something, try it, see if it works, and if it doesn't, pivot, right? But this indecision on what it is that's going to fill your cup, I'm going to tell you, this is the easiest thing, actually. What is it that you could talk about for hours and hours and hours and never get bored? That's probably the thing, right? Something that lights you up. It sparks your interest. What is it for you? And if you need to play with things, if you need to figure it out, right? Do that. We have this childlike energy here that's trying to come through. Mist. Two of Cups. The World. Wow. And the Ace of Wands. Here we go. Yep. Now, trusting your intuition. And the way I'm seeing this Two of Cups actually is you in spirit. It's like you and your higher self. Once you start listening to that intuition, your world is going to change. There's going to be some sort of cycle that changes, and you're going to start a new journey, a brand new journey of passion. There's going to be something passionate that you lead with. You'll be leading with your heart instead of, possibly leading with lack or doing something, because you need money or whatever this is, right? There's going to be something new. And it's because you are finally in tune with yourself. You've listened to your intuition, your higher self, and you're going to be moving with passion. Now, on the bottom of the deck, after I shuffled these and flipped them over, it was change, 555. So there are changes that are taking place for you. What do we have for Sag? 1331, good fortune. Advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. When I was shuffling these before, this card had popped out. (0707), compromise. Self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. Yeah, I think this is something you're absolutely letting go of, and I think it's holding you back. One more, please, Spirit. 666, reflect. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift toward greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. That intuition, right? And then on the bottom of the deck here, 1001, which is spiritual awakening. New beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, literally, right? Stepping into that feminine energy and heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. All right, Saggies. That is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped you. If it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share this with other people who may need the message. And again, if it didn't, please go ahead and check your other placements. If you would like a personal reading from me, you are more than welcome to check the description box below. All of my information is down there. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.